I think that our biggest problem in immigration is having to deal with chambers of commerce who, in many shapes or form, particularly international, have not insisted upon a real tough position on employers who hire those people who are undocumented. That's the source. And I'm glad to see that this administration has not only doubled the number of people that are being deported because they should be, they don't have the proper papers, they're undocumented. I'm glad to see that this administration is coming down hard on employers who defy the law. And I'm glad to see that this administration has a heart and not believing that we can simply get rid of 12 million people tomorrow morning and still counting, perhaps. So what we need to do is establish a comprehensive system. One that protects our borders, and I'm on Homeland Security, so no one has to tell me what my job is and my responsibility is. And I think we're finally moving in that direction. Fence in some places, the state of the art in other places. But we must have a policy in this country to deal with what those people are who are undocumented. And in my policy, what I would recommend and suggest is that we have a period of time, we come to some resolution of this, we have a period of time which people will have to come forward, register, pay a fine, learn the language, get in line and back of those people who've come here legally, and then we decide what the quotas are, and we decide how many people will become citizens. I think we'd go a long way in stepping up the citizenship policy now of those who've been waiting tremendous amounts of time. The system is not working because we have back-ended it. We're more concerned at this time, we're only concerned at this time about who's coming over the northern border or the southern border, primarily the southern border, as if we don't have enemies to the north of us living in other places other than across the Rio Grande. I'm concerned about that, but I'm also concerned about doing something about the people that are here. That's what is a comprehensive policy. There's no doubt in my mind we have to protect our borders, all borders, north, south, east, and west, and we must do that. And as a member, one of the few who started out on Homeland Security in 2001, I've worked diligently to do that, and so have my brothers and sisters on both sides of the aisle. But we need a comprehensive plan. Simply strengthening the border is not a comprehensive policy. So I believe in a comprehensive policy, and if you would not do this, if you would not sign up within a year, at least to get in line, to see who we have, who we don't have, felons out the door, no chance of getting citizenship in this country. You break the law, you have no chance of becoming a citizen of this country. But I personally believe if we do this and people do not sign up, then they would automatically be deported if they were caught. There'd be no ifs, ands, and buts. And I personally believe that we need a comprehensive plan to help this country, and that we're not simply going to do it at the end of a bayonet. That's foolish to believe.
And the definition of amnesty? I mean, isn't
amnesty is allowing people to come in at will and saying, well, if you never had papers to begin with, or if you had papers and you violated what were the contracts, then you are here automatic. From now on, you don't have to worry about it because everybody has papers. That to me is amnesty. I'm not in any manner, shape, or form pronouncing my being in favor of that, which I just described.
But the difference would be that you'd have to pay a fine if you were here.
Well, not just that. You have to pay a fine. You have to learn the language. You have to come forward. There's got to be some kind of sponsorship for you. And I really would try to do this. I would try to keep families together. Because when we divide those families, I think we really begin to threaten the security of the United States of America. What we're doing now, our non-policy, in fact, we have never really had a thorough examination of the immigration laws that are on the books now. They're not being enforced. That's the first thing we need to be doing before we have a comprehensive plan. But I think that we can do this without having open door amnesty. Everybody that's here stays. All you got to do is sign up. I would never advocate that under any conditions.